Did you get the wire out? The red wire.
Huh?
No, the red one. Show me the red wire. The red one. Yes, good. Put the red wire where the blue wire goes in the board, okay? No, don't put the blue one back. Put the red one where the blue one was. They're oppositely charged. No, hold them apart. You know, I think we need to visit some friends for repairs. So how'd you like to go back to Nevarro?
Looks like someone could use some repairs. And you come here, little one. Have you been taking good care of him? Yeah, he said yeah. Yeah. I believe you two have met.
I'm surprised to see you here.
Can we talk business?
I'm only here for repairs.
Which will take a while, which means you'll have free time on your hands, right?
We're here. This entire area is the green zone, completely safe.
It's an old Imperial base.
It's got a skeleton crew, but for some reason it hasn't been abandoned.
There's a lot of heavy weapons. I just want them off my planet.
And the planet would finally be free.
What are we looking at?
You see it?
We can't go any further than this.
Controls are useless, they're melted. Hold tight.
Dink ferric.
Din came here just to repair his ship, but since he's here, his old friends Karga and Dune definitely won't let him leave so easily. That place is an old Imperial base. Moff Gideon and his forces came from there. After Gideon's defeat, the base was left with a large stockpile of weapons and supplies. To prevent these weapons from falling into the wrong hands, Greef and Cara plan to destroy the base. Empty base, huh?
The reactor should be set in the heat shaft.
Shuttle Bay, this is...
This'll come in handy.
Must have blown the transformer over there. All right, we'll check it out. Control has been unreliable since last rotation. Setting technical.
Get on the reactor controls, drain the coolant lines.
Me?
Yes, you.
Oh, I'm afraid of heights. Oh, boy. Let's go! Let's get out of here!
Call in reinforcements.
Destroy it!
What the?
I thought you said this was a forward operating base. This is a lab.
Over there!
There are at most 10 minutes until the explosion, but they're already blocked by a large group of stormtroopers. The four of them accidentally rush into a central control room only to discover a row of transparent containers embedded in one of the walls. The containers are filled with liquid, and inside, motionless, unknown creatures are submerged. Dune realizes that this is not a military base, but an Imperial laboratory, and they learn that Gideon is still alive. I need to get the kid.
Jet back. You're faster that way. We'll head to the speeder and meet you in town.
Moving to the tank. Man, load your weapons. There they are. Blast them.
Is that so? Cover me!
Do you truly understand the power behind "this is the way"? It's a question that cuts deeper than it first appears. Sure, the phrase has become a pop culture phenomenon, whispered in convention halls, printed on t-shirts, shouted in memes, but behind the catchy soundbite lies something much older, much heavier, and far more dangerous. The Mandalorian Creed isn't just a slogan, it's a lifeline, a thread binding warriors across centuries, a moral compass that has guided an entire people through exile, civil war, and near extinction. And yet, it's also a code that has divided them, splintered them into rival factions, and, in some cases, led to their downfall. Origins in the shadows. Before Djarin ever uttered these words, "This is the way," was born from blood and fire. The galaxy remembers Mandalore for its warriors, implacable fighters who could stand toe-to-toe with Jedi Knights. But fewer remember the spiritual backbone that held them together when their cities crumbled and their enemies closed in. The Creed emerged not from a golden age of Mandalore, but from its ashes. It was a survival mantra, a declaration that even without a homeworld, without fleets or armies, their identity could not be stripped away. Every time the Mandalorian repeated those words, they weren't just affirming their culture, they were declaring defiance to the galaxy itself. We are still here. We will not be broken. A code written in armor. The Creed is inseparable from the Beskar armor. Every plate tells a story, sometimes inherited from ancestors, sometimes forged anew after battle. And here's the thing, armor in Mandalorian culture isn't just protection. It's the physical embodiment of the Creed. Never remove your helmet. For some clans, this is a sacred vow, not just a combat tactic. It symbolizes that the Mandalorian is more than the individual beneath. They are part of a larger legacy. Protect the foundlings. An oath that turns survivalism into compassion, binding warriors to care for orphans and raise them as their own. In essence, "This is the way" operates like a verbal Beskar, shielding the culture from erosion, keeping the lines of tradition intact no matter how the galaxy changes. Unity and division. But here's where it gets complicated. Mandalorians don't all agree on what the way actually is. Some, like the Children of the Watch, take the Creed literally, holding to ancient customs without compromise. Others, like Bo-Katan cries and her night owls, see it as a flexible heritage, one that can evolve with the times. This ideological split isn't just a footnote in their history. It's the wound that never fully heals. Wars have been fought over it, friendships shattered, leaders betrayed. The Creed that was meant to unite has often served as the line that divides. And yet, even in division, the phrase still holds power. When Mandalorians of opposing beliefs find themselves fighting side by side, "This is the way" becomes a truce, a reminder that their bond runs deeper than their differences. Why it resonates with us. Here's the real reason. The Creed works on us, the audience. It's not just space opera world building. It's deeply human. Think about it. We all crave a guiding principle in uncertain times. Whether it's religion, family traditions, personal ethics, or even a mantra we repeat to ourselves, we want something that cuts through the noise and tells us, this is who I am. This is how I stand in the world. For the Mandalorian, this is the way, is that anchor. For us, it's a reminder that identity is forged through choice and commitment, that in a galaxy of shifting allegiances, standing by your code might be the most radical act of all. The way under fire. The galaxy has tested this creed over and over. The purge of Mandalore scattered its people across the stars, forcing them into hiding. Imperial propaganda painted them as dangerous relics of a violent past. Many were tempted to abandon their traditions just to survive. But that's the beauty of a creed. It doesn't require perfect conditions to thrive. In fact, it becomes sharpest when under threat. Every covert, every hidden enclave where Mandalorians whisper, "This is the way," is an act of cultural rebellion. It's no coincidence that Djarin, a foundling raised without knowing his birth parents, clings to the creed so fiercely. For him, it's not just history, it's family. It is belonging, the creed in action. We've seen how it shapes choices. Din refusing to remove his helmet, even when it costs him alliances. Mandalorians risking their lives for foundlings they barely know. Warriors setting aside personal vendettas to reclaim their homeworld. These aren't just plot points. They're case studies in living by a code that's both rigid and deeply personal. And that's where this is the way hits hardest.